There comes a time in every generation when truth that was once obvious becomes hidden, not because it disappeared, but because it was buried under layers of tradition, assumption, and spiritual forgetfulness. This generation is standing in that moment. The gospel is spread across the earth with unprecedented speed. Churches exist in every continent, and the language of faith is spoken in many nations. Yet in the midst of all this activity, something essential has quietly faded from the consciousness of many believers. The early followers of Christ lived with a vivid awareness of the spirit realm. They walked with the confidence that heaven's authority was active within them. Their faith was not merely belief, but an experience, life flowing from the invisible into the visible. But today, many believers possess the message of salvation, yet lack the understanding of the life that salvation restored. They know that Christ died for them, yet remain uncertain about the authority that now belongs to them. They believe in heaven, yet struggle to perceive the reality of the spirit world that surrounds them. The result is a generation that loves God deeply, but lives far below the level of awareness that was originally intended. This manual was not written to introduce something new. It was written to uncover something ancient, something that has always belonged to the believer. Scripture reveals that humanity was designed to interact with both the physical and the spiritual realms. Yet many have been trained to live only by what they can see, hear, and measure. In doing so, they unknowingly restrict themselves to the lowest layer of reality. This is where the problem begins. When Jesus Christ entered the world, he did not come to establish religion. He came to restore a lost inheritance. From the beginning, man was created to carry the life of God within his spirit and to express his authority upon the earth. But something happened. The structure was broken. The spirit that once carried divine awareness became disconnected. Man continued to live physically and intellectually, but no longer functioned as designed. He became active but not aligned. The coming of Christ was not merely forgiveness. It was restoration, the reawakening of the human spirit. This restored life is the believer's birthright. It is not reserved for a few, nor limited to spiritual leaders. It belongs to every believer. Yet we are living in a time where knowledge is increasing, but spiritual understanding is not. Humanity has become skilled at manipulating the physical world, while remaining largely unaware of the spiritual forces that influence it. Scripture makes it clear that the last days will not only be marked by visible change, but by intense spiritual activity. In such a time, information alone is not enough. What is required is spiritual intelligence, the ability to perceive, interpret, and respond to realities that originate beyond the physical realm. This manual is not a shortcut. It is not a mystical system, and it does not promise quick access to power. The supernatural life is not a performance. It is the natural expression of a life that is aligned with God's original design. This is not a call to chase experiences, but a call to return to structure, to rediscover what it means to be a spirit being created in the image of God. True spiritual growth requires patience, humility, and maturity. It is not merely a change in information, but a transformation of awareness. This manual therefore serves as a guide, a training ground for understanding spiritual reality, a framework through which believers can begin to interpret their experiences and walk with clarity in the unseen dimension of God's kingdom. It is a call to remember, to rediscover your design, to awaken to your dominion. This is not just a book. It is an invitation.